Hello everyone, what is going on? My name is the Newbie Warrior and welcome back to my K-pop reaction channel. I post new K-pop reaction videos here almost every single day, so if you want to see more videos, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, check out some other stuff on the channel. Today I am finally over a month late going to be getting back to greatest album of all time. Thank you so much for being patient with me, all of you, during the month of November. I basically entirely lost my voice for several weeks in November, was too sick to sit up for like a week and record stuff, and then I traveled for a week, and yeah. So these polls are from over a month ago. Am getting back to greatest album of all time. If you're someone who subscribed in the last month, and you obviously wouldn't know about this series then, basically it's my supposed to be weekly album reaction review series, where I go through an artist's entire discography. Anything that I consider an album is 3 or more songs that I have not reacted to for the purpose of this series, and I go through and using lyric videos when available, I go through their entire discography, score every song from 1 to 10 with a 0.5 scale, so that's 20 points, 20-point scale, and yeah, so somewhere between 1 and 10 on every song, with the goal being to find my favorite album from an artist. I've already done this for EXO, for Super Junior, and for G-Friend. I am currently doing this for Mamamoo and VIX. So hopefully these go back to being weekly. That's the plan. Yeah, here we go. Red Moon is what won out on this poll. I unfortunately didn't screenshot it the week, so I thought about using it. If I would have been smart, I would have screenshotted what it was like at the end of that first week, because that's technically when voting ended. I didn't close the poll, I didn't screenshot it or anything, so Red Moon is what won now. Apologies if Red Moon is not what was leading when I was supposed to actually do this like 4.5 weeks ago. But anyway, here we go. I'm doing Red Moon next. I'm excited. This album, I recognize 2 of the songs. Egotistic, obviously an insane Mamamoo song. I'm pretty sure that's my first Mamamoo song that I heard. Unfortunately, I heard this and saw the video before I reacted, or before I had a reaction channel. So, yeah, but I really like that song, and excited to look at the lyrics a little bit, and just to hear the song and listen to it kind of critically and try to score it. And then Selfish, which is a Moonbyul solo featuring Seulgi from Red Velvet. For those of you who don't know, I am a Revel of. I'm a big fan, in particular, of Seulgi. She is constantly bias-wrecking me. I think Joey's probably my bias, but Seulgi slips in there all the time. Really pretty voice, great dancer. So I already reacted to this music video. Really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I think the concept is fun of, you know, kind of, especially with how strict Korean beauty standards seem like they can be, especially for idols. This song, Selfish, I thought it was a really cool thing, a really fun video, so yeah, I already reacted to that, but obviously haven't sat down and like tried to score it compared to Mamamoo's other music. Really quick, a couple of things. All of these scores are only to be compared to Mamamoo's other music. None of these scores are to be compared to any artist I've ever done greatest album of all time for. This is not a scaling, open rating system that I just, you know, 1 is trash, 10 is good. It's like 10 is what I think the best Mamamoo song is, and 1 is what I think my least favorite Mamamoo song is. So that's the scale I'm working on. Also worth noting, I don't know what the second note was going to be. Maybe I'll remember it. Here we go. Midnight Summer Dream. Never heard this song, so. Also, I'm going to have to go back and listen and compare to clips from other Mamamoo songs that I've already scored, probably. So, yeah, just FYI on that. Ooh! That, like, violin! Nice little pop in the background. I love Solar's voice so much. A little bit of R&B bass. Ooh. This track is really fun. Ooh, hold on. There's like a warble on that bass. I thought it was like just like R&B, feel good bass, feels awesome. Then there's like this little like electronic going on with it, like almost like a warp in time or something. Really cool. It's almost like a saw. Like the instrument, by the way. Oh, this is so cool. I really like this. And then it resets, kind of. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, like text painting. So for those of you who aren't familiar, text painting is basically like when you when the lyrics say something and then the music reflects that. So it's like what they're saying here. Solar's saying, "I don't think I can fall back asleep. It feels hazy." And then as she's saying this, the music gets kind of distant and mystical, like you're underwater, like everything's hazy and unclear. Very cool. Also a really cool transition, and then Moonbyul, just Moonbyul, thanks. I'm not ready. Okay. Wow, this track is really dynamic. I can't with that synth. It's so cool. The way they isolated Solar's vocal right here, which is cool. So it's like there's so much going on with like this bass and then like the R&B chords, right? Kind of like an R&B groove going on. And it drops out. You hear that boo, it drops out, and then we get just Solar with like this little behind her, almost like a Star Trek like computer console or Star Wars computer console sound. And then it's just her voice. Why did they keep... Oh, that's such a cool sound. I've never heard an R&B bass get warbled like that. It's like there's something wrong and distorted and almost like psychopathic, or like not that there's anything wrong with psychopaths. I shouldn't say it like that. But there's something just a little bit off, I guess, a little bit unusual. It's like something is wrong, but like subtly wrong. You know, like, but like I like the sound, but I just mean in terms of it's like, oh yeah, this is a normal R&B bass, and the song is playing it straight like it's a normal R&B bass, but really, it's a deep, like, house warble, almost like a saw sound. It's so cool! Woo! That little... Win. This is so good! Already stuck in my head, first time hearing it. Yeah, see, and it's like there's almost that slightly off feeling at the end too, because it fades out and it kind of distorts. Wow! That is so cool! I just want to listen to it again from start to finish. I'm not going to, but I can't even start with where to point things out in this song. Okay, I guess we'll start with, it's played almost like an R&B pop song, right? Like a Mamamoo, like Mamamoo has a lot of these type of songs, right? It's like, it's almost like, it's like that R&B kind of poppy groove where they really get in, they feel themselves, but they've got this weird, distorted layer of these synths that almost makes it feel like a more aggressive, like, house track, or like a dark electronic track in the background. They can like blend between this very strange. It's so weird, but I'm obsessed with it. I want to give this a 10, but I know I haven't listened to a lot of I've been listening to Reality in Black, but I haven't scored that yet. So, I haven't listened to a lot of the songs that I've scored, so it's entirely possible that I'm like, this is a 10, and then it turns out MAMAMOO'S music is just also good that I don't think that I'm like, oh wait, no, I forgot. So we're gonna listen to a little snippet of Bad Bye, I think. This isn't really a great song stylistically to compare, but I mean, it's still a 10 out of 10. I just need to know if it's of the quality. I guess, come to think of it, this song has kind of some elements of that too. Where it's like there's a little bit off, or it's slightly disturbing sound to it. Where they're playing it straight within the genre. But then these synths come in. Actually, this is the perfect song to compare to this. Because it feels like the same choice was made. See, and then it's like R&B bass, but something's off. You get like the creepy, almost music box. I think it might be a 10. One more thing I have to check. I have to check my star while we're on this album because it's a 9.5. I just need to know, is it better than my star? See, like, this is kind of the groove I'm talking about, where it's like MAMAMOO'S just feeling themselves, right? But then on this song, on Midnight Summer Dream, there is that groove, but then there's something strange. Also, Solar just melts me, and Moonville's rap verses, in particular. Guys, I think I'm honestly gonna give this a 10. I hope nobody's upset. Well, nobody should be upset. It's just my opinion. But honestly, the reason is because I love these tracks that kind of subvert my expectations. I love when I'm listening to a song and I'm like, what just happened? And Midnight Summer Dream is a perfect example of a song that, like, it would have been a good, solid, great song, actually, without the kind of warbling of the bass and the weird synth hits, and the builds and de-escalations. It would have been a great song if they played it 100% straight, but they don't. They, like, mess with it, kind of twist it, and it turns it from, like, a 7.5-8 range to me to, like, that 9.5-10. I'm gonna tentatively give it a 10. That could change, I don't know. I'm obsessed with that sound, though. This song... And it's like they reset it. It's so weird. And the text painting, it just everything about this, I love it. Just everything about it. It's so cool. It's so dynamic. There's almost no repetition except when they reset, but then they're not really repeating because they're trying to, like, I don't know. I'm just gonna listen to Egotistic. That song is amazing. That's a crazy start. I'm gonna be shocked if I don't give this a 10. But maybe. I love this song dearly. This song's so hot. I haven't even read the lyrics ever, actually. I get this is so good. That guitar, the guitars in this song are nuts. I love how quiet and intense Wheein's voice is on this part. It's such a contrast to what's happening before, right? It's like they like really strip it back. It's almost whispered, and then the groove comes back. I love this part. So is that Moonbyul's voice twice? Because it feels like it's Moon. It could be somebody else singing under her, but it sounds to me like it's her voice dubbed under her as well. Because I don't know if any of them sound like that low. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's her. Twice. I love how much Moonbyul there is in this song too. Just big vocal parts and the rap. His unison part's cool as well. Love the Latin groove. Latin K-pop concepts will never get old to me when done well. Like, there's just some things that's like, yes, K-pop, please keep doing this, thank you. Like, Super Junior does it very well, obviously. Songs like this pop up every once in a while where it's like, oh yeah, this is just really good. It's just really good. Okay. I really like that. I don't think I like that as much as Midnight Summer Dream. I went into this thinking it was a 10, and maybe it's just because the song is so hot and the video is so good. And like I said, it has a special place for me because this is the first Mamamoo song that I ever heard. But if I'm being honest, critically, this song it's not even, once again, it's not that I don't like it. When I directly compare it to Midnight Summer Dream, I don't think I can give this a 10. I'm gonna have to listen to some other... Yeah, let's listen to like some 9s, some 8s maybe, some 7... Start with a 7.5. Let's listen to a little bit of Windflower. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a very good song. I've listened to it so much. I love that song. But it doesn't feel like the peak of Mamamoo to me. Musically. I think I like it more than Windflower. Let me double check though. Yeah, I like it a little bit more than Windflower. Let's compare it to like an 8.5. Let's compare it to Waggy. Although Waggy has a weird element to it of just that the fact that it's a Latin concept propels it a little bit for me. I don't know, musically this is pretty good. I forgot just how good. Okay, I already like this musically more than I like Egotistic, I think? Or maybe it's the same. Let me hear 7.5 in Go Go Baby again? I'm so sorry, I don't know where to put this. Okay, I like Egotistic more than Go Go Baby. So, I might give it an 8. It feels on the same tier as Waggy to me. I think I'm going to tentatively give it an 8.5. No, you know what? Honestly, 8. We're going to give it an 8. It feels slightly below Waggy to me. It could be 8.5. I'm not sure. Also, one thing real quick, if you've never watched this series, I reserve the right to change these scores up until I lock them in at the end of this episode. So, like, I can never change any of these albums that I've already scored. These songs are locked in forever. But for Red Moon, like, I can change this 10 to whatever I want throughout the thing. So, these are just my initial reads. And then as I score more and listen to more samples, I may move that around. Okay, on to Rainy Season. Egotistic, very good song. Mamamoo just has so many good songs that I have to be honest and say I don't like it as much as I like some of their songs. Rainy Season, here we go.
It's a rainy day.
Oh, are we gonna get lo-fi? Maybe? Actually, it sounded like it was gonna be lo-fi, but it's not yet. Okay. Oh. Oh my, this is so good. Wow, I love the kind of dreamy reverb they put on her voice there. I was wondering if they were going to bring in some more instrumentation or not. They just did. Woo! Oh my gosh. This is Moonbyul on this beat is ridiculous. Just that very simple little kind of lo-fi drum. The strings and guitars and piano and everything aren't lo-fi, but I'm just gonna listen to Moonbyul's verse again. I don't care. But the beat, that drum is very what you would hear in a lo-fi hip-hop song, which is what made me think this was gonna be lo-fi. And it's very stripped back, but it's not lo-fi because like all the instruments are clear. They're not kind of scratchy like lo-fi. Obviously, they're not lo-fi, not low fidelity by definition. Such a simple drum pattern, but it sounds so good with her voice. Also, that like rap singing she's doing there. This is a sad song though. Oh, is that a vocal at the top? Oh, excuse me. Oh, wow, that's cool. These vocal trills up there sound so cool. Whoa. Some interesting bass again. These are like EDM bass all of a sudden. Oh. This is so cool. Oh, yes. Whoa. I'm stunned. I thought this was gonna be lo-fi. Based on this, this sounds like a lo-fi intro, 100%. 100%, but then the instruments are not lo-fi. And it starts so it's so minimal. Like there's some parts where it's they open it up a little bit, but for the most part it's so minimal, it's so clean, it's so perfect, it's so it just feels intimate, and it really carries, I feel like, the kind of sadness that they have, but it's like groovy sadness. It's like jazzy coffee house sadness. It's not like, you know, my life is over sadness. It's like, well, it is what it is, I guess. Gotta deal with the rain now. Crappy day. Look, it's so good, and Moonbill's verse absolutely slayed. Wow, this song is cool. Oh man. Wow. Rainy Season, huh? I gotta compare this to some other stuff. Do you have any other 9.5s? Recipes in 9.5. I guess let's start by comparing this to just to make sure. Haha, just to make sure. Cause like I love Just. And I love, don't get me wrong, I love it. But I think there's something special. I think there's something really special about them playing it very simple with the instrumental of Rainy Season. And, okay, let's listen to a little bit of Recipe. A little bit of swing, of course. Are you ready? 대망의 햄대기 만든 분 하고서 밥을 넣어 팅팅팅팅 프라이팬 I think the reason this wasn't a 10 was, one, I just didn't like it quite as much as some songs that were a 10, and the reason is there's a little bit of repetition. The oh man mama, it works really well, but I think it's a little bit too repetitive to make it a perfect song. To me, I'm gonna give this a 10. Rainy Season feels 10 to me. It's possible I lower that to a 9.5. It's close. It's just so cool. It's just so minimally perfect. Yeah, on to Sky Sky. Uh-oh. I don't love these type of chords. I don't like starting with them. I don't like that sound of that guitar. Just being honest with you guys. That clap is destroying my soul. I hate the clap. I'm not sure about this timbre here. At least it's only a clap every other time, I guess. I don't like this build either. That's cool.
1, 2, 3. 아직 we are lost. 번 눈을 감아 잠시 기대 우리 fellow 어렵지 않아 창공 아래 그 장소 같은 추억.
Like I like this verse, but it doesn't fit with the song. I want to hear. Okay, let me listen. Okay, Moonbeal's rap verse. If I'm being completely honest, I just want to hear the rest of the song that rap verse came from. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever song that rap verse sounds like it should be in, I want to hear that song instead of this song, if that makes sense. The instrumental, the quality, the mixing, everything was way better on her rap verse. And then all of a sudden we get these kind of open, kind of empty sounding instrumental samples here. I think it's just the mix. I don't love the vocals. I don't love the chord progression of this. I don't like that clap on every offbeat, that fake clap sound. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like the breathiness of the vocals. I like the little guitar there. This is a very strange song for them. Ooh, another. See, I want to hear the rest of this song. This feels like a G-Friend song, but like not as good as G-Friend. Like it feels like kind of a bad version of a G-Friend song. I don't know. It's very strange. Like even down to like the way that break works and the electric guitar and everything. That's cool, little glitchy stuff. Okay. Before I say anything else about the song, I have to check and listen on Spotify because I need to know if the recording that this person uploaded to YouTube is what is mixed poorly, or like the sound quality's messed up, or the compression or something ruined it, or if it's just the audio of the track. So we're gonna listen to the official audio. See if I feel any better about the instrumental. Normally I don't listen to a whole song twice, but I feel like I need to be fair to this song. So it does feel more full. So, okay, so it is just the song. Something about the song feels mixed weird. It feels like the vocals are really pushed down and hidden in the mix for some reason. And that's obviously not what you want with Mamamoo. But also the instrumental samples don't feel like they're full either or rich. They just feel kind of empty and kind of like there. Also this comes in very abruptly. Like, I would expect this intro to be longer, or like some kind of transition. Like, I really like this intro. But then it loses half the texture when it opens up. Like, this feels like a G-Friend chorus. Like a scuffed version of a G-Friend chorus, but without the earned, like, first verse. Like, oftentimes in a G-Friend song, you'll hear, like, a first verse, and then, like, some cool transition stuff, and then this sound of chorus. Here they go from intro, and then they don't earn it with the verse. They don't earn that, and then they go to the chorus, which is super weird. It's like intro, and then there should be a first verse here. It should open up to a first verse, I feel like. But it jumps into the chorus, which is really weird. But also, is it just, like, it feels like the intro and the outro and the rap verses are all way better mixed than this main chorus section and then the singing verses. Is it just me? Am I going crazy? Like, this feels kind of empty. And, like, you can't really hear the richness of anything. And don't even, once again, that clap's not helping anything. It's fine, but it's a... Like, I like what the vocalists are doing. It just feels like the studio messed it up. Either the mix or the master of the track went wrong. And structurally, I don't think... Like, I think... Oh, why didn't I play it twice? I think what they should have done, in my opinion, from a structure standpoint, is have that first verse after the intro, and then go and have this be the first chorus you hear. Because I like the electric guitar. I like G-Friend's music. Like, it should never be a bad thing when I say this sounds like a G-Friend song. It doesn't sound like a G-Friend song. It sounds like a poorly mixed, weirdly studio version, kind of scuffed, structurally confused version of a G-Friend song. Like, this feels cool, but even, once again, the violins feel empty here. Which is so weird, because normally MAMAMOO'S instrumentals sound so full and rich. It's like going directly from... Listen to Rainy Season, right? Listen to just a little bit of this. Listen to that guitar, and how full and powerful and impactful that guitar is, right? And then listen to this. Listen to this chorus. Listen, right here. Like, this guitar feels like it's not even in the song. I get this. I feel like something went wrong from an engineering, from a technical, and from a mixing standpoint. It is really sad, because this could have been a really good, cool song. Because I appreciate what they're trying to do. They're trying to play with a different style, right? That's not only them. I like the little skippy with the violin. I like that. And then, why is it that with Moonbyul's verse, it's mixed well again? I don't understand. Like, her voice and the instrumental in her verse sound good. But then both the vocals and the instrumental before and after her are empty. It's so confusing. Even the same bass note. The same bass note sounds good in her verse, and then empty here. Listen to that boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Why does the drum feel empty now? I don't understand how they mess up the mix like that. Or why. I'm not an audio engineer, or a producer or anything, by the way. I'm just someone who likes music and tries to critically listen to music from a production standpoint. So it's not like I've ever mixed or mastered a song myself. I just know enough to know, something feels off about the way this is produced. So I'm not saying I have a suggestion of how to make it better. I'm just saying I can tell, I think, what kind of went wrong, probably. I could be wrong about that. Like, once again, here it's mixed well again. Even the same violins and guitars are mixed well during Moonbyul's verse. And it sounds okay-ish here. And then when the chorus opens up again, they just ruin the mix again. I don't understand. And then this outro is cool. Still not mixed great, but like I like what they're trying to do. Yeah, so I wanted to give it a fair shot. I normally don't listen all the way through a song twice for this series, but I wanted to give it a fair shot in case the YouTube audio was what was messed up. But no, it's just the song for some reason. So I'm gonna be honest. It feels like I said, from an engineering, from an audio standpoint, from a mixing standpoint, from a production standpoint, and from a structure standpoint, this song is really empty and kind of weak. Which sucks, because the content feels like it could have been a really cool song if they would have just changed a little bit structurally and then mixed it well. And Moonbyul's verses were dope. The outro was dope. Some of the transitional stuff was dope. I love G-Friend style. You guys know that. This feels very much like it. Like, that's what they were going for. That similar genre, at least. This song is not doing it for me, though. So, I don't think it's Where Are You levels of bad. Well, not bad, but I don't know. Like, let me listen to... let's listen to a little bit of Where Are You. I just want to make sure. I'm pretty sure I like it more than that. We'll see. But even this is mixed well. You know what I mean? Like the instruments sound like they're actually in the song, which is different from... I don't know, actually. You know what? I think I actually do like Where Are You more than I like Sky. I'm sorry, Mamamoo. This one is gonna hurt. I'm giving that a 3. It's not like... What sucks is the verses are so good. But, like, the rap verses. But it's just the mix is so wrong. It's just so wrong. But the mix in the rap verses was fine. So, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what went wrong, but I will probably not be listening to Sky again. Sorry. Gonna skip that one, I think. On to Sleep in the Car. Ooh, this is sassy.
Let's get it.
At least you can sleep in the car, Solar Sun. What is this? What is this? Woo, Moonbyul. Wassa too! What is this? Talking about makeup, I'm assuming, with foundations piling up. Oh? This is so hype! What is this? Ooh, solar! Ooh! Oh, that's cool! Wow, that's a cool sound switch up. Okay. This is the most hype random... I have the thing. So apparently whenever Mamamoo gets angry at each other and have something that... Like, you can tell this comes from a real place of they've had disputes, right? Like, this to me feels like Taller Than You Part 2. Like, I don't know. Like, what's weird is it feels like there's something real here that's been an issue that they talk about, right? That's maybe caused some tension for them. And rather than a lot of groups that seemingly try to, like, hide this stuff, because obviously any group of people that lives together, trains together, eats, sleeps, breathes, you know, works out together, like, does their makeup together, coordinates outfits together, like, you're with these people all that's like your family, but also your coworkers, and also you have to travel with all the time, right? So it's like, there's going to be tension, right? That's just humans. Like, we can't pretend that that's not a thing. But I think oftentimes either idol groups or the companies that represent these idol groups and have these idol groups want us to pretend that that's not there. So when they cut it because it's more fun for fans to watch their idols having fun with each other, right? Than it is to watch a cut of your idols arguing. Once again, it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the group or they're breaking up. It's just that's human beings. To me, it feels like whenever Mamamoo has one of these things, it's clearly like there's a realness to the argument, I feel like, here. But it's something they've kind of worked through, or at least mostly. And so they can look back and laugh and make a song and kind of channel those feelings. Which feels cool to me. It feels unique. I don't think a lot of groups are doing that, and I don't think a lot of companies let groups do that for their music, which is really cool. I enjoy this. But also, can we just say, this song is hype. This song is so hype. Like, what actually... I love the it's like an epic violin-based instrumental rap track, but it's also very aggressive. And they're rapping with it and singing. It's so cool. Ooh. But they turn this into like a super hype track. We're making this into a song again. Now we should get up. Put your hands up. I love how this track is building. This is so hype. Why? If they only made... The crazy thing is, if they only made music like this, I would be their fan too. Like, this is so hype. This sound works so well for them. This reminds me of, like, some of the big, like, early 2000s, or like I guess like late 2000s, but it's like early 2000s, like 2007 to 2009 maybe. A lot of like American rap were these big, like some of the brass stuff, they're like big like hype like pre-game like these big hype songs, right, with rappers on them. They're just either going at each other or going like, yeah, hype, let's build hype. You like, this is a pre-game song, like, yeah. This feels like one of those tracks, but they're just like, I can't sleep. You can sleep in the car. And she's like, yeah, but it sucks to sleep with makeup on. It's not comfortable. Like, that's like the whole point of the song. But they turned it musically into a very hype, like pre-game, high energy, let's go, let's do this type song. It's very strange, but I love it. People are gonna hate me for giving this a 10. I literally can't give it less than a 10. I can never hear that from any other K-pop group, that type of song, and it certainly wouldn't be with this subject matter. And it certainly wouldn't have vocals like that. Like, okay. I love this piano start as well. Yeah. I love this with like a little bit of brass, but the big like violins into a hype rap track like this. This is one of my favorite sounds for hip hop, sounds for rap. They killed it. I don't know, they just slew that. This song is going on like my gaming playlists, even though I don't like. The subject matter obviously doesn't work as well as some other subject matter, but it doesn't matter. Just musically, it's so good. It's so hype. It's so high energy. Yeah, this is a 10 for me. Just everything about it. The tone of their vocals, the ridiculous... To me, this feels like the modern answer to Taller Than You. Because Taller Than You feels like... It's like an old school hip-hop diss track, right? Whereas this, like a 90s hip-hop diss track, this feels like a modern, well, not like modern now, but like a 2000s hip-hop hype, like group of rappers going at each other, going at something diss track. It's really fun. I love this song. Nobody can take... If I didn't listen to that type of music, if this wasn't one of my favorite genres of rap and genres of music, maybe I wouldn't like it as much. So some people are probably like, how can you give this a 10? I don't understand. It's ridiculous. It's, what are you doing? But I honestly love this song so much. This is going on all of the favorites. This is going on my high energy playlists. This is nuts. On to the last song. Selfish. I have heard this song. Moonbyul and Seulgi. Oh, I love Mamamoo. They're so good. I love how, like, I don't know, it's very laid back, which kind of goes with the message, right? It's just like, love yourself, be selfish, take care of you. I love how many fun samples there are already. I'm so sorry to pause it right away, but already I hear like a fun little bit of percussion going on in the background. Plus we have obviously like the main instrumental is very chill. And then you have a little like synth pop, like boom, already, and like little. So many fun samples in like the first 30 seconds. Ooh. The way she just double times in that pocket is really nice. This is such a good song. That mix on that funk guitar coming in, it like crossfades into it. That bass. Moonbyul, she's so versatile. There's like 6 styles of rap already in this song. And just every time I hear Seulgi's voice, my heart melts a little bit, not gonna lie. And we get Moonbyul singing. Ooh, this like halftime slow-mo, like underwater groove on this like bridge. Really nice. Nice ad-libs at the top here to mix it up at the end. What is that sound, by the way? I meant to bring this up earlier, but I got caught off talking about something else. There's like a... It's like a emergency, like a construction backing up warning on like a tractor or something like. Or like maybe it's like a mic cut-in sound? What is that sound? That beep? Maybe it's like a busy tone? Could be like some sort of busy tone. That would make sense with the song more. But I just like that sample. That's cool. The guitar, we get the piano going a little bit crazy here. Oh. So good. So good. When I found out this song existed, by the way, I fanboyed really hard. I guess that shouldn't come as a surprise, so... Okay, really good. The question is, though, how good? Because Mamamoo's music is also good. That, really good could mean... Well, most of Mamamoo's music is incredible, I should say. Do I like this more than Egotistic? That's the question at hand, I think. You know what? I think Selfish is a little bit more, obviously they're very different songs. Selfish feels a little bit more concise and controlled, whereas Egotistic, I think, because it's the title track, there's like a little bit more repetition that I feel like needs to be there. I don't know though. I really like Egotistic. I'm not trying to put Egotistic down. To me, Selfish feels in the same category as it, honestly. I think because of the Latin flair and just how hot Egotistic is, I don't think I can say I like Selfish more. But do I like Selfish less? Because it feels like maybe an 8 as well. I honestly think it's in the same category for me. I'm gonna give Selfish an 8 as well. I really, really enjoyed Selfish. Like I said at the beginning, Selfish and Egotistic were the 2 songs that I know. It turns out they're both, I'm going to give them both 8s, I think. I feel pretty comfortable with all of these scores. Midnight Summer Dream did some really cool distortion stuff kind of not distortion like musically, like sonically, just literally distortion, but distortion, I mean like a distorted reality effect with like almost like a time leap, something's wrong, like a reset. Really cool. Really, I love that song. Same thing, Rainy Season. I don't, like I said, this album was really good. Sleep in the Car, one of my favorite genres of hip hop, of rap, and the fact that they were able to do it with such a not a funny concept, because but such a light concept, I guess, right? Where it's like, normally when I hear tracks like that, it's like, it's very testosterone fueled, dudes up in here about to wreck everything. Yeah, let's go, dudes. Woo. And to hear Mamamoo talking about something that's very much not that, in a very different, obviously it's very different lyrically, content-wise, but to have the same tone as that type of hip-hop that I love so much is really fun, and I really enjoy it. So that's why that's a 10. Sky Sky, I feel like is, it just doesn't work for me. It just feels like almost like there was a different team mixing and mastering the intro and outro and Moonbyul's verses. Like, if that team had mastered the rest of this track, it could be in the 7 range, probably 6-7 range. But because of that, the main, like the vocal verses and the chorus and a lot of the instrumental felt empty and kind of hollow and poorly mixed to me, and I really can't enjoy that song as much as I want to, because I think that song has so much potential. It could have been amazing, but it really fell apart for me with the mixing and everything like that. So, guys, these are my scores. This has been Mamamoo, greatest album of all time, Red Moon, finally. Thank you so much for your patience. I will be getting to the VIX one as well, hopefully this weekend, hopefully tomorrow. And then also the EXO greatest album of all time, Obsession, will be coming probably not this weekend, probably in the first half of next week. But I'm doing my best, guys. Trying to keep my voice intact still. I know it's frustrating. You've been hearing that for like 6 months at this point, but like 4 months. But it's true. I'm not in the greatest position. Much better than I was all of last month. Content's not going to fall apart or anything, but I have so much to catch up on. So yeah, the VIX one should come out tomorrow, hopefully, or the next day for sure, if not tomorrow. And then the EXO Obsession one, as soon as I can get to it, I promise you, I'm dying to listen to those B-sides. I will get to that. So thank you all. As always, I want to know how you feel about these scores. Do you agree with me on any of them? Do you disagree with me on any of them? Is there anybody who loves Sky Sky? Or maybe you really dislike, like, Selfish or Sleep in the Car? Or, like, I can see easily if you're not a fan of that very unique, like, very specific, aggressive style of, like, pre-game hip-hop, then probably Sleep in the Car is not something you like. So, like, no hard feelings, but I just want to have a discussion about what songs you guys like. Thank you so much. Polls will be up for next week. I will be back to weekly greatest album of all time. Guys, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and please remember to stay newbie. Thank you so much to everyone who's chosen to support me on Patreon, with a special thank you going out to Georgie Young, Richie, Lucky 7 Gen, Tolly the 2nd Gen K-pop addict, and Bob.